Hey guys, today I wanted to tell you a really fun, slightly creepy story. My real life Hitchcock film. Okay, so it wasn't really a Hitchcock film, but it was like a Hitchcock film. I totally should have started off this video saying good evening. So this was about like 4 years ago, and I was working for Homely Housekeepers. My partner and I got sent out to a house in Auburn Hills, which is like really far away. So we get sent out to this house and it's our first time cleaning it. So we have no idea what we're going into. But we get closer to the house and we realize that it's on this house that like 2 days ago, we cleaned this giant mansion. We get on this road and we are driving along looking for this house, expecting it to be another giant mansion like the one we had just done. It was not a giant mansion. It was a 2-floor shack. Like literally, it was like a shack. Like compared to these mansions, it looked like a tool shed. A really, really beat up old tool shed. We kind of were a little bit relieved when we saw that. It was like, this is really out of place, but it's a tiny house compared to the one we had just cleaned. We drive up the driveway and we get all our cleaning supplies out, vacuums, everything. We were walking up the front walk when what do we come across but shattered, broken glass. And this was not glass that it was like, oh, dropped a glass, gonna go grab the broom. No, this glass had probably been sitting there for at least like 3 months. It had been sitting there for a while. That's dangerous and weird. And why? We just kind of ignore it. We plan on telling the homeowner that, you know, you've got glass out on your front walk because like maybe they don't go in through that door. We go up to the front door and we knock, and out comes this lady who looks like a bag lady. And I say that in a really nice way, but she looked like a bag lady, and it was kind of giving off the whole weird, creepy vibe that we were already getting. We go into this house. It is just a house that has probably not been renovated or even considered renovation since the 1960s, if that. And I'm not judging it. Like 1960s had some cool stuff, but this was like, it was weird. We could tell like right away we were gonna have a hard fucking time cleaning this place. So we walk in to the kitchen and we look out into the living room area. I don't really know what it would be. It was kind of a living room, but there was no furniture except a TV. A very, very old TV. And so, you know, we're just kind of like, oh, okay, well, what do you want us to clean? And she's like, oh, everything. And she's like taking us around on a little tour, showing us, you know, like, I want this room done like this and this room done like that. So we're continuing the tour and she takes us out into the living room and I look over and I see the staircase and I'm like, oh, so what did you want us to do upstairs? And she's like, no. You can't go up the stairs. And we're like, are you sure? It was kind of weird how she said that. Like, it was a little terrifying, honestly. We like keep reassuring her, like, we could just do like the stairs, and she's like, no, you're forbidden from going upstairs. And it's like, okay, what my son is up there. And that's all she said about it. And we're just standing there like, okay, we won't go upstairs then. So then comes the part of the initial tour where she takes us down into the basement. Yes, into the basement. We went into the basement, guys. That's the one thing you don't do in a horror film. Don't ever go into the basement. But we went into the basement. And you know, she's showing us around like she wants us to dust up all cobwebs in the rafters, and we're like, okay, we can't actually do that because there's wires and stuff, but we'll do what we can. And then she takes us over by like the boiler and the furnace and all that stuff. She's like, yeah, and if you guys could get rid of these salt bags, that'd be great. When I say salt bags, I mean like the water softener salt. So we're like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. And I went to pick one up to kind of get like an estimate of how many garbage bags we would need to take down to grab these. And it's wet. And it's not wet with water. It was wet with cat pee. There wasn't even a cat in the house, and it was soaking wet with cat pee. So obviously, we told her we were not allowed to do that, thankfully. Otherwise, I would have gone home smelling like cat pee. The tour finally concluded in the other room of the basement, which, just walking in, there was like a random mattress and a headboard just kind of strewn in the corner of the room. And then I look to my left, and there is a door that seemingly leads to nowhere and is boarded up on our side, like it's keeping something on the other side of that door. Obviously, by this time, I'm like freaking out, and I'm like, I need to get out of this house, or I'm not coming out of this house unless it's in a body bag. Like, I was seriously convinced this lady was going to kill us. Completely 100% convinced. But we went outside, we called our boss, and we're like, okay, there's a lot of stuff here that it's like, we can't do this. What do you want us to do? She then informed us that we still had to clean the house and told us what we could do. We did that. We got the hell out of there. I am alive. And that is my horror story of surviving a Hitchcock film in real life. Those damn cat pee bags. If you like this video, you can leave a comment, subscribe, hit the like button, all that good fun and jazzy stuff. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Instagram, Vine, Snapchat. I believe that is all I have in a while, so I'm a little out of tune. But you can follow me on all of those to keep up with everything I am doing in life. I will be making another video soon, and it's going to be a how-to video. So you're gonna want to know when that comes out, and that is all I've got for you today. So I will catch you all on the flip side. Bye.